As we kind of continue to track these deadly wildfires in Southern California and just try and get the full scope of the devastation, we're really not going to know for days, and if not longer. But school children across Los Angeles are already feeling the impact. Just take a look at this. This is the Palisades Charter Elementary School in Pacific Palisades, burned to the ground. And school officials are now left to figure out what comes next for all these young students. Joining us, Alberto Carvalho. He's the superintendent of the Los Angeles Unified School District. Alberto, I would not want to be in your shoes right now. This is tough. I mean, after dealing with COVID and not being able to go to school and deal with online schooling, now you have schools that are burning to the ground. We've had reports not only of this school, but also another high school. Let me just ask you, overall, do you have any idea how many schools have either been damaged or burnt to the ground that are just non-functional now?
Thank you for having me, Kara. At this point, and look, we are the second largest school system in the nation with over 1,000 schools across 720 square miles. Out of our portfolio of facilities, we have 3 schools that currently are absolutely not operational. 2 elementary schools in the Palisades, as well as a high school, Palisades High Charter High School. This impacts in excess of 3,000 students, all concentrated within the same area. The 2 elementary schools burned all the way to the ground. They will need to be completely rebuilt. The high school itself, about 30% damage, but it cannot be readily occupied without obviously inspections to ensure that toxicity levels as a result of the fire are absolutely ruled out.
So for the schools that have burned down, what will you be able to do for those students? Will they be able to transfer to another school? How are you going to provide education for them?
So, Carrie, it's critically important during these times of distress for our students, particularly the youngest students. Number one, we need to be honest in speaking about these issues, difficult issues, in an honest but age-appropriate way. We are providing social and emotional support, telehealth support for the children, as well as the workforce. And we've already developed plans to move the entire school community into another location as close to the Palisades as possible. Why do we want to do that? To maintain the integrity of the school, to keep kids with colleagues they know and trust, and to keep kids with the same teachers and the support systems that they have grown accustomed to. That's exactly what we're doing for the schools impacted. But look, we are under a complete shutdown dealing with this incredible coming together of a variety of different fires surrounding our community, wrapped around very intense, at times hurricane strength winds that force a rapid propagation of fire. And then the silent enemy that's really forced the shutdown of our school system is smoke and ashes in the air that for hours and days just sit over our communities, elevating the air quality concern to levels that are unacceptable to any one of us, particularly the very young and individuals with chronic respiratory conditions.
Before we let you go, Superintendent, how do folks find out when schools might reopen, and if the school has burned down, where they're going to go next?
So, very good question. We have a very proactive and aggressive communications system. We participate with our county and city officials in regular briefings, and we use individuals like you to get the message out. Powerful social media presence that provides updates throughout the day. We will continue to do so. We already announced earlier today, that tomorrow schools will continue to be shut down because we do not believe that air quality will improve significantly, and we do not want to put our children or our workforce at risk. With that said, we maintain open food distribution sites considering the level of poverty and the dependency of our community on the free breakfast and lunch. We also created hotlines. We are assessing the number of teachers and support personnel that may have lost their homes, and we will be there to provide assistance. And obviously, we have mobilized critical partners for child supervision, such as the YMCAs in our community, recognizing a lot of parents of children in our school system still have to go to work. but we are playing it day by day based on science and the data that is available to us as a school system. And my heart goes out to our families, to our workforce who have lost homes, and certainly to the first responders who are doing their very best during very trying times.
And then there's those kids that rely on school breakfast and lunch too. Superintendent Alberto Carvalho, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.